Yo, what's up, guys? This is Target with some more Quake 2 CTF action. Um, Obviously, this isn't a match right now. This is me just kind of chilling out. The reason I started this demo, or the reason you're not watching a game right yet, is because I have something special for you today. Obviously, if you read the comments or the description of the video, you already have a good idea of what's going on. Basically, what happened is my last video, at the very start, I just had somebody kind of, it was a demo of some guy running around in CTF 5. Railing and chaining everybody to death. A lot of people came to me afterwards and said, who was that? The person that it was a guy, a Euro player actually, named Fetzen. If you don't know anything about him, which probably most of you don't, he is a Euro player, considered by many to be the best Euro player. I've always said that from what I've seen, that Euro players seem to play a lot better than North American players, and so this guy could very well be the best player ever in Quake 2, CTF anyway. His name is Fetzen, or Fett sometimes as he calls himself. And so I basically had a little bit of a demo of him to start out, and I wanted to, basically after that, I cast that video, I posted it on my YouTube channel, I went to bed that night. Next day I uploaded it, or that night I uploaded it. It got posted the next day. Got home from work, played some Quake, went to bed. Got a call at about midnight from a Euro player, apparently, or some Euro, basically saying, "Oh yeah, you think that Europeans, but yeah, you don't know nothing. Fetzen great. You need to cast video." And so the first question that I had for the guy was, "How did you get my number? Because it's not posted anywhere." And I never answered that question, but he did send me some Quake 2 CTF videos. First one is of Fetzen. My understanding is that this happened in 2002. It's a ClanBase, which is basically, I guess, the OGL of Europe. It is Fetzen playing offense, from what I understand. His whole goal in this map is to basically grab the flag and get it out of base. I have not watched it. I don't even know what map it is. But right now, as you can see, my name is Target Drunk. I may have been drinking a bit tonight, so if this goes terrible, I don't care. I'm going to be honest. I don't care. So, without further ado, let's load this up. So demo map fet.dm to McKinley Revival. Now I had a kind of a guess that this is going to be McKinley Revival because I heard some things about some grappling shit that he does that is out of this world, and so this map never ever really got played in North America. I think the main reason for that is I don't know, people hate timing quad and helping the team out, I guess. I don't know. So we're following, I guess this is the eyes of Fetzen, so that's kind of an interesting idea. Right now his job is to get flag. From what I'm told, he's fast, possibly even faster than Hops. So that kind of remains to be seen, I guess. He's also going to be kind of helping out as much as he can with quad, obviously being a good teammate. So the team he's with is TM. I don't know a whole pile about any of the Euro clans. I did watch a couple of demos. From what I understand, his TM is very, very good. And so we should have some good gameplay, even if we don't get much from Fetzen, which I think is pretty highly unlikely. So, so far he hasn't really done anything. He's kind of just died a couple times. Looked like he's going to go in for quad. And did the grenade trick. Looks like somebody killed him with AMP, possibly. It's hard to tell, but I think whoever killed him had AMP. And so when he dies, he also does quad damage. Quad damage against the enemy that kills him if they're within melee range. I don't know, within grenade range. And so it looks like he went down, but the person that killed him also died. So nice little grappling here, is able to kind of escape out the window because friendly quad, and is able to get at a base and get a cap. So off to an early lead. Looks like Power Shield is there, and they let him have it. Nobody's really in a hurry to drop any techs or cells for him, so I'm guessing that's not really their style of play. He's trying to play a little bit of defense and ends up with Disruptor Shield. Is he going to hang on to it? Looks like maybe he is. He needs to grab some cells. Armor's available. Looks like cells were in the corner. Instead of grabbing them, he's going for the Hyper Blaster. I don't know. Maybe he could have grabbed cells as well. Looks like they're obviously taken by the blue players, so he doesn't have that anymore. But nice chaining there. He's able, with his teammate, to kill a couple of people. He grabs haste. If he's on offense, I don't know why he would be grabbing haste. You know, maybe he's trying to bring it back to his teammate here. I'm not really sure. You don't really need to bring haste on offense, and it's usually unwise to bring haste on offense because now you're, you know, if you die, your enemy has haste, and it's bad news all around. So looks like he grabbed more cells for his power shields. Just kind of hanging out right now in middle. He is on offense, but you know they're up by a cap, so there's no real rush for him to go offense. And so he's just kind of hanging out on defense. Possibly looks like he's dropping the haste for his teammate. Doesn't really have anything now, but you know his team's better off, and so he's gonna obviously be better off. Nice little rocket there. Eats a rocket on the way up out of water, but he's just trying to protect his quad player right now. Sounds like they got quad. Something Euro's kind of worked on or kind of figured out or improved upon is kind of jumping through that little window there. It's something that North American players never really figured out. So it looks like he's trying to go for the the adrenaline. He grabs that, he grabs armor, he grabs amp. So he's able to work together with his quad player. They're able to kill the enemy flag carrier, get the return. He's got the flag. Still doesn't have any. Okay, now he's got 50 cells for his power shield. He's not bad off. You know, yellow armor right now. Took one hit, took 2 hits, and down he goes. So nothing really bad with that. He just got stuck in a bad position and got taken up with the enemy. He's able to grab disruptor shield at this point. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He's trying to grapple his enemy. Decides maybe I could kill him a little quicker if I use a railgun, and he's able to get the kill there. The enemy flag carrier looks like he was coming in. He's got a longer way to go. He is right there, so, but Fettson's quad is right there as well, so they're able to return the flag. It got a little bit dicey there. They almost could have stole a cap, but it looks like the red team is able to take him out with quad, and looks like it's going to be 2-0 for the red team. A little bit about the other team that they're playing right now. I guess it's a mix of different countries. I guess that's a thing. I never really follow ClanBase that much, or anything else of that matter. So a little bit of ignorance on my behalf. Looks like Fetson's kind of going in the middle. I'm wondering if quad's up soon. Maybe he's just trying to help out his team. Looks like he's doing a little bit of spamming. Maybe that's exactly what they're doing. You know, every time you guys get quad, it's that much better for your team. You get quad, and then you can attack the enemy base, obviously, and from there, looks like quad was taken. Looks like maybe the red team's quad got taken out, and it definitely did again. Blue team has a quad. They were able to grab that armor, but they didn't have enough health to survive one rail. Looks like Fetson was able to take out quad, but very, very minimal health at this point. One shot will kill him. I think he tried to use a weapon there. Didn't have that weapon. Changed to railgun, but was a little bit too late. So nice rocketing there. Able to grab armor. Not really sure what his plans are at this point. Maybe go back to base, grab a power shield. Like I said, his team is up at this point, so I guess the stress level is lower when your team is up. You don't have to rush into the base. You don't have to do anything you don't want to at that point. So 2-0 at this point. Blue has not been able to do anything. Wow, they're catching this blue player. I'm not really sure who that is, but they're catching him way out of position. Took out all of his power shield and actually took him out altogether. 2 blue players down, and I'm going to guess that, red does get quad. So looks like whoever got quad originally died. Doesn't matter. Red player picked it up. A little bit of the zoom happening here. For those of you who don't know, that you can change your FOV to kind of zoom in a little bit. Looks like that's what happened there. So another fancy trick that I seen Fetson do twice was grapple out of the pipe and kind of land on that second level of the ramp towards the flag. I'm not going to say it's the most difficult thing in the world to do, but it's definitely very hard to do. And so nice little bit of grappling here. Able to kind of get back to base, grab Mega so that he survives, and he's able to get the cap. So 3-0 at this point, and from what I can tell, they haven't really been under a lot of stress. Looks like Fetzon's teammate's able to grab the flag behind him. Maybe he was in blue base and just seen that it was available, and so he just went for it. Fetzen looking in very good condition right now. 200 cells, 137 red armor, disruptor shield, and basically full health at this point. Because he got that mega, he was just a little bit over, but that's basically worn off now. I'm not really sure what the quad timing is right now, but I have to believe that it's coming up quickly. Sorry, it looks like somebody's already grabbed the quad, so I'm not really sure what he's still hanging out in middle for. I think his job was to kind of go grab quad. I'm actually not really sure what he's doing right now. You would think that he would want to attack with quad. It doesn't look like that's the case, and just kind of hanging out in middle at this point, so I'm not really sure what his plans are, what his plans were. From what I understand, talking a little bit more about the two teams, TM is one of the premier European clans. From what I understood, they won possibly a couple of the cups. Again, I'm not 100% familiar with what these teams have done or haven't done, but from what I understand, TM did really well. Another fun fact is that USA kind of created a team under Slasher where they would go to the European server and compete. TM was one of the few clans that decided that, if you're going to come to our server, we'll go to yours, and they did play against USA. From what I understand, the game where they were on the European server wasn't really that close. TM took a big advantage on USA. When they went to the US server, TM was still able to keep it kind of close. I believe the USA still beat TM, but like I said, I think it was really close. And so that really goes to show kind of the quality of players. This was back when Jome, Grunt, Hops, a lot of Slasher, Crow, a lot of the great players were playing at that point. And so it was not kind of the B team. It was definitely the A team of the North American players. And that's kind of why I said earlier in the cast that possibly European players were better than the American players. Whether or not there's any truth behind that, I'm not sure. But nice railing, rocketing by Fetzen. I have to believe that blue player is really low. And yeah, it looks like he was taken out. I mean, he had to help with quad and another red player. So not really sure what his plans are at this point. His teammate has a flag. From what I understood, he was kind of going to be the flag carrier. Nice rail there. Running around with power shield but no cells, disruptor shield but no armor. Looks like he's maybe kind of waiting for that armor or anything that he can get. Armor's available, so he's going to try and grab that. He does grab that. He's going to try and take out the blue flag carrier at this point. Blue flag carrier does escape, but not without taking a couple of rockets. So looks like he's going to maybe attack the blue base here. Looks like he finds the blue flag carrier, kills the blue flag carrier. Unfortunately, one of the other blue players is able to grab the flag, but not without taking a whole bunch of damage, and ends up going down. So good job there by the red team. Quad and Fetzen, I guess, at the same time. Nice little bit of super shotgunning. Throws in a little smiley face. He knew it was a nice shot. So good job on Fetzen's part. So far, red has been very dominant so far in this game. As far as I can tell, they've got most, if not all, of the quads. The few quads that maybe they didn't get was, somebody running into the quad room and grabbing quad with no power shield and no health or anything else. So red has been very dominant this match. Looks like another red quad. Looks like Fetzen is just kind of railing people. Tries to jump in the window. Another thing the Euros kind of figured out that North American players only kind of even really didn't figure out, even once they learned it from the Euros, was jumping into the window. There's a lot of people that know how to grapple into the window, but not many people know how to jump into the window per se. I can't remember right now if that's a rate change or if it's a FPS change, but you do one or the other. You have a bind that kind of changes your FPS or your rate, and that basically lets you get in through that window. So looks like Fetzon's kind of playing around a little bit with the blue players, trying to dominate them. Has to be a little bit careful, I guess. There's a couple blue players running around. Doesn't really seem too concerned. Looks like blue power shield is up. I wonder if he's maybe going to try and go for that. Instead, maybe he decides to run, lands a couple rockets, and a nice rail. Actually, that wasn't even his rail. Teammate was able to kill that blue player for him. And 7-0 with 7 minutes left to play. So not really what I would say is a close match. I can't really say that they've been under pressure that much. Obviously I'm only watching the view of Fetzen. I can't really say, what's happened between any of the other red players, but it looks like they have pretty good control on quad, and with that D and everything else that kind of goes with it. So this map, Q2 CTF1, I kind of mentioned it before, very popular with the European players. Not so much in North America. It kind of got a bit popular once Team USA got started. They wanted to kind of practice these maps a little bit better, so that when they had to play these type of maps, they weren't completely in the dark. Another funny thing that I found is that up until USA started playing European Cup or ClanBase or what have you, the main focus, it seemed, was you give all your stuff to the flag carrier, you give them dock so that they get filled up on dock, and then you give them disruptor shield so that they have 150 and disruptor shield and all the power shield, all the cells, and you kind of sent them on offense. Nobody really cared too much about quad. It was just something that spawned in the middle, and everybody kind of fought over and died over, but nobody really cared that much about quad. And then when European players started playing these type of competitions, when American players started playing these type of competitions, they started worrying a little bit more about quad. They ended up having a boost player, somebody that got boosted by the rest of the team, cells, dock, whatever else was given to that player, and they were in charge of getting quad. They had the full power shield, and quad became a lot more important in North American play. Up until that point, nobody really cared about quad. I mean, it did 4 times damage, but who really cared? And then after playing in Europe, it just instantly changed. Europe kind of figured out the nice little grappling move there. North America kind of figured out a lot of the little tricks of the trade that Europe gave them, and became a lot better because of it. So a little bit of a shout out there. So it looks like Fetzen was able to do some little sneaky grappling, had disruptor shield, didn't have much for cells or armor, but was still able to escape with 145 health. So good job by him there. 5 minutes left to play. I really don't see blue turning it around at this point. It's even really hard to tell if blue's even going to get a cap. I'm guessing the quad's coming up right away because red team is just kind of doing whatever they can to screw around with blue, spamming rockets, spamming rails, and able to kill a couple blue players. Looks like there was armor and cells there. Instead of grabbing them, Fetzen decides to maybe attack base. Again, he does that little out of the pipe up on the second landing grapple. Having a little bit of trouble getting out of the window, not much. Is able to get right in the window fairly quickly, and has to worry about the flag carrier, gets stuck on his teammate, and he's able to escape. Fetzen's not in any real danger, has a little bit of armor and disruptor shield with 100 health, so he can survive a couple hits. Grabs yellow armor, he's going to be able to survive a few more hits. Cells are up. He does have a power shield from what I remember. Yep, he activates his right away, so 4 minutes left to play. In no real danger of dying. Looks like he's kind of running in the middle to maybe help out whenever he can. Looks like a blue player maybe got quad. Whoa! Something happened that was pretty drastic because auto dock went down. Fetzen's just spamming rockets. Stopped spamming for whatever reason. Stopped doing anything. Just kind of standing here. Decides maybe I'm going to start moving again. And so he does that. Anytime the screen zooms in, that has nothing to do with me. Obviously, Fetzen's obviously using some type of zoom in FOV move. So looks like his teammates are able to return the flag, and he's able to get the cap there. So, so far, you know, this was recommended by the Crazy Euro on the phone as something that I should watch. And I'm not going to say that I haven't seen anything great by Fetzen. He has played really well. Unfortunately, it's hard to say how well he did because the red team's making the blue team look pretty terrible at this point. So, good job by the red team. Good job by Fetzen. And unfortunately, the blue team had zero strategy to kind of go up against this. So, good job there. Grabbed the 100 cells, I guess. Looks like he's trying to attack. Sorry, with his quad player. Fancy little double jump, but it doesn't pay off. He misses the cells at that point. But 12-0, 2 minutes left to play. Like I said, I think it's going to be pretty hard for blue team to even get a cap, let alone, you know, catching up or anything like that. So, yeah, Fettson's able to kill somebody. Didn't really have much. Kill somebody else. And looking to kind of just maybe play a little bit of, you know, aggressive offense, I guess. Trying to control the blue base when he's on the red team, or defend the blue base when he's on the red team, I guess. His teammates are able to grab quad again. Looks like his teammate's able to grab the flag, so that's just kind of hanging out in the middle, deciding he's going to rail the shit out of everybody. So looks like he took a little bit of damage there, but is able to grab the adrenaline again. Mega health is there, and so he's back up to beyond full health. So I believe I've seen some cells up in the far corner, and they are there. Gives him a little bit of a charge for his power shield. Not much, but you know, most of that charge, or most of the cells, should go towards his quad player. It looks like there's more cells still there. His teammate decided, you don't need to grab those cells, I'll just drop a whole bunch for you. Looks like he's gonna, maybe they're gonna try for 16-0 with 10 seconds left. This is gonna be a speed cap for sure. I don't remember, I think 10.5 seconds is the speed cap for this map, so looks like he was able to do it in 12.6, so 2 seconds over the speed cap, or the fastest speed that I've seen. And you can see there, 1,290 points to 45, so not really a close game, but I wanted to cast it anyway, just to kind of show you guys some European players. So thanks for watching.